What's up, guys? We're here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm bringing you the best PoE 2 builds for new players that are playing the game and that are in the space. So let's get right into this, man. I've been playing the Path of Exile 2 since it came out. And we're in early access. I've made a bunch of characters here. I got a bunch done. I've played a lot of different builds if you guys go check out the channel. And I thought maybe I would bring some of the more favorite, easier, fun builds that would just be really cool for new players, and I got the top 5 here for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump over. We got a lot of YouTube videos here, so I got to give some credit. I'm going to shout out Rax here, and as well as Ghazi TV. Their links to their channels will be down in the description below because I just haven't made these builds yet. So the other 3 that I'm going to showcase today I have, and they're on my channel, so if you guys want guides for those, please go check those out. But first things first, shout out Rax here, man. We're going to be talking about Lightning Arrow Deadeye for the Ranger. The Ranger is by far one of the most enjoyable and easy playing classes / builds in all of Path of Exile. This is known throughout the community inside Path of Exile 1 in particular. When I first started playing Path of Exile 1, I wanted to play Ranger. I played Lightning Arrow Deadeye, and it was just a very, very enjoyable experience. You shoot Lightning Arrow, and everything just seems to die. This is a very, very beginner-friendly and just straightforward build. All these builds that are in the list are very, very straightforward. It's really just going to come down to the playstyle that you guys like. So the first one on the list is definitely Lightning Arrow. All it is a one skill, one tap button. All you're gonna do is just walk around, as you guys see here in the gameplay, and just shoot your lightning arrows. Now my camera is actually over Rax because shout out Rax there in the red hoodie of death or evil or the Empire. I thought he was with the Rebel Alliance, but I guess he's not. I'm just kidding. Love you, Rax. But Lightning Arrow, very, very strong build, very, very easy to play, very, very fast. You just run around, you shoot Lightning Arrow, you shoot down lightning rods, and you just destroy everything on the map. It is very, very easy to build and play. You don't need a whole lot of gear for this build, and it's just very, very rewarding if you want to get your Legolas on and you're just a very new player. This is very easy to put together. All right, next on the list, guys, I want to showcase, and this is for a new class, and that is going to be what is this? This is for the Monk. The Monk is one of the most popular classes in the game currently, and it's a melee class. Now, historically, inside Path of Exile 1 in particular, and it even kind of, translated over to Path of Exile 2, melee characters really don't have it very easy in Path of Exile inherently. So, if you guys have played Warrior, I'm sorry. I feel your pain. Warrior is very tough to play in this game compared to some of the other classes, or just in general compared to Monk, because as you can see, Monk with Ice Strike is what we're talking about, and Monk with Ice Strike is very fast. You're applying a lot of ailments and you just blow everything up, and it's just very, very enjoyable when you're playing a melee class. You can just jump in, fight a boss, deal a bunch of damage, freeze the boss, drop a bell, and just have an absolute blast. So for all my melee players out and want to play a new class or newer players to Path of Exile 2, Ice Strike Monk is definitely the best one. It's very, very quick, very easy. Again, all of this stuff for leveling builds, guys, gear is very, very easy to get and not really too hard to put together. You will need to upgrade your gear, but as it stands, the stuff is just very, very strong. I'm just going to replay the footage because it's just really, really good. All you're going to be doing is casting Ice Strike. You're going to run around, hit Ice Strike on all of your enemies. They're going to freeze. You're going to build up some freeze. They're going to get frozen. You drop your bell, and you just absolutely destroy them. It's by far one of the coolest and funnest builds I've ever played in the Path of Exile genre 1 and 2. Because Path of Exile 1 had some better melee builds, but this one is really, really fun. You're going to be using a quarterstaff, and you just jump around. It's literally a Spiritborn times 10 if you guys are coming from Diablo 4 in particular. But it's just really, really fun. Adding charge staff on there, it's really appealing because if you notice the big beams here on each end, you're kind of like Darth Maul. So for all my Star Wars lovers, the build is just very, very cool, very straightforward. Next, number 3. This is probably the most popular build that came out of the gate when Path of Exile 2 came out, and that is going to be your Spark Sorceress, where you're just casting sparks absolutely everywhere. This build just like jumped to the forefront of not only leveling, but just enjoyability. I know there's some people who don't like Spark as a leveling build, but for new players, this is very, very easy. You're going to be using a staff. You get to cast all of your magic. You get to use all the different elements with frost, ice, and lightning. So all you're going to be really doing is going to be throwing down firewalls, and then you're going to be casting Spark and just absolutely destroying everything. If you guys notice, you can see how the sparks have a bit of flame on them as well. They got red on top of them. That's because they're going through the firewalls, and it stacks up and adds a bunch of additional damage to your sparks. And it's very easy to play. You just run around, you draw firewall, you throw sparks absolutely everywhere. For all my sorceress lovers, then this is definitely going to be the build for you. This is the one that I started the game with. And blasted all the way to the end game, and it was such an enjoyable experience. You can see here that you have a huge amount of AoE. You get to move around, you get to set stuff on fire, and just watch them die from your sparks, just constantly beating them in the face over and over again. Again, very easy to put together. You get to use all of your elements. You got Frostbomb for the bosses, Spark and Flame Wall just to carry you through the entire game. So for all of my Sorceress lovers and Elemental lovers, this is definitely the build for you. Now let's get into the 4th build. And this is one that I really kind of like, it really became online once you got a unique, but this is the new Mercenary, brand new class to Path of Exile. And this is Gas Grenade Mercenary with a unique helmet that sets everything on fire. You can see how they get ignited, and then the helmet is, you're going to shoot your gas grenades and they're just going to explode, destroying everything in their path. So for a brand new class to have something so powerful as a leveling build, and just something that's really, really cool just to see all those massive explosions with a crossbow, then this is definitely your playstyle. It's going to be kind of a mid to close range kind of build, but it's very, very fun, very enjoyable. It definitely carried me all the way through. The one negative to this build is probably that you're going to need the unique helmet. If you do not have the unique helmet, the build, it's still fine, but the unique helmet definitely speeds it up a lot faster because it just automatically ignites everything and causes the explosions, which are just really fun. But outside of that, the Gas Grenade Mercenary build for leveling is really, really fun. You get a taste of that range on top of some explosions, unlike the Ranger. Now, a lot of people are still doing Double Herald, so if you guys don't know about Double Herald, definitely look into that. But Double Herald is an ice explosion that causes everything to explode in ice after you freeze them. But if you don't have that, then the Mercenary here with the explosions of all the different style grenades is really, really cool. It's just a different take to a ranged character. You can see that it's just very, very fun. Everything gets set on fire. Everything explodes. And then you got these giant gas grenades that just help deal more damage over time, just eliminating all of your enemies. So this build is very, very good if you're interested in playing something a little bit different than your conventional ranged builds. Now let's get into the last build, and this is where we shout out Gazzy. Big shout out to Gazzy. Met him. Very, very nice dude. Very, very knowledgeable. And of course, if you guys are in the space or don't know, he is our resident Necro/Witch minion player. He is definitely the guy to go check out for all things minion related. Let me go ahead and drop the camera real quick. Shout out to Ghazi there. Big shout out to him, man. Very cool dude. Now, when it comes to minions, he is definitely the guy when it comes to minions. This is a leveling build that he has. And the build is very, very straightforward here. He goes into great detail about this build, but I do want to take a minute and just show you, like, it's just so easy. You're playing a support, which you let your minions do absolutely everything. He's killing the boss at the end of Act 2, and it's just very easy. You see the minions, they're just there, just doing all the damage. He's supporting them, and it's just destroying everything. It's such a cool build. So if you're a Necro/Witch kind of summoner player, then this is definitely the build for you. You're going to go in and just allow your minions to do absolutely everything for you. You do play more of a support kind of role, applying curses, applying, you know, debuffs and things like that to your enemy, and just commanding your minions as the supreme summoner in Path of Exile 2. So I'm not a big Necro / summoner player, but this is definitely by far one of the easiest builds to play in the game and one of the strongest builds to play in the game. Summoners inside of Path of Exile 2 are in the top tier, in my opinion, when it comes to this game. So yeah, big shout out to Ghazi. Build is very straightforward. You just summon all of your minions, apply curses to the bosses. So you see all these additional debuffs that you have here that he puts onto the boss, and just let your minions go to work. Very straightforward. So yeah, guys, I wanted to bring you this quick little top 5 builds to play as a new player. If you're new to Path of Exile and you've been really trying to figure out what to play, I played almost all of them. Like I said, I do have a Pathfinder, so I did get to play a little bit of Lightning Arrow, but I didn't have any footage for you guys. So again, shout out to Rax. But these were definitely the best 5 for sure. So guys, all the links will be down in the description below for all of the different build guides. If you're a new player and you want to get started in Path of Exile 2, or you just want, you're playing one of the classes and you just don't know where to take the build, hopefully this will be a guide to kind of just get you along until you figure out what you actually want to play. So like the video, guys, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. If maybe there's some other builds that I missed that are very easy for new players. If you guys know of any, please let me know down in the comment section below. I really do appreciate it. It helps out the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and as always, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.